for these images of this show. One is said to be that one from Kirong, and one is said to be on top of the Potala Palace, and then so likewise there are the four famous the images of the Cho. So all of them came into being during the religious king known as the Thousand-Armed during the Thousand-Armed period. So it is said that although the many images already made, but then again this king Songzhen Gampo, considering very intensely for the sake of other sentient beings as to how to accumulate merit and so forth, what is most beneficial, then like he emanated light through from his forehead, and then went directly to nearby the border of somewhere in India, and then that light radiated on between the border of India and Nepal. There's one sandalwood tree, so the light was radiated right on top of that, and then from there, this showed the image known as the image known as the Shishi. This Buddha's image. So that was invited from there. So this, the Bodhisattva Dawa Gyalzen, did a lot of newness in the Kerong monastery, in front of these holy images, and then also composed one of the Nyung Nay practices. And then it is said that at that time, in that Kirung province, there's one woman who always poisoned others, and have killed nine people already through poisoning. So it is said that then this Dawa girl, Bodhisattva girl, urged her to follow the Nyung Nay practice as a purification for killing such a number of people. So asked her to do the 8 complete white Nyung Nays, what is known as the 8 Kargochaja, means 8 complete white Nyung Nays. So she did 7 purely, and then the 8th wasn't done properly. So if she had done all 8 properly, then without doubt she'll be led to the Pure Land, in spite of killing all these people and having committed such a heavy negative karma. But still, she was led to the one of the other lands, other joyous lands. Likewise, there are so many other benefits you can explain of the Nyung Nay. So we don't need to go through all the benefits here, just reflecting upon that benefits, the woman in Kerong who killed 9 person by poisoning, and just by doing, 7 and, more or less 7 the 8, if she does the 8 complete newness, she was led to the Pure Land, but just doing 7, and the 8th one is not incomplete. Even that stopped her to take rebirth in the lower realms, and led to the one of the higher realms. So just reflecting upon this benefit is also good enough. But in our case, we just do once or twice, 1 or 2 Nyung Nay, and we express a lot of sufferings that we undergo at that time. That is not actually a suffering that we actually facing or experiencing. So there's one Mahasiddha known as the Tupchen Nyebuwa, Tupchen Mahasiddha Nyebuwa. He did 6 months Nyung Nay, relying on the food of only maybe about 9 kilos of flowers, which is manna, which like maybe 1 kilo holds 2 manna. So they said 18 mannas of the flour, roasted flour. Depending on only that much food, he did 6 months Nyung Nay practice. Like for us, that amount of food, maybe we can finish in 5 or 6 days. So like this practitioner relied on that food for 6 months and did Nyung Nay practice. So it's therefore, he did the Nyung Nay practice in the cave nearby the mountain known as the Targut. So, he was doing the Nyung Nay there, and then the holy god of that province, that mountain known as Targut. So then he like assisted the Nyung Nay practitioner to help. He take commitment to to whoever does Nyung Nay practice to help. So now since then the tradition to make Toma offering to that Targut Chen, after this 6 Mahakala is came into being. So if one is unable to complete even the 8 white sets of the Nyung Nay, but just to do 1 set, is also very good. Like, because when you do the Nyung Nay practice, it includes the preliminary practice as well as the actual practice. Because, for example, like the practice with relation to the other meditational deities, you have to do like separate preliminary practice and actual practice, followed by actual practice. But during the Nyung Nay practice, you do both in combination together. So, even if one is unable to do all these other meditational deity practices, which are more complicated, just do Nyung Nay, very simple, and that practice can be carried on with many number of people as well. Because it is the method or the technique. In very short period, like period of 2 days, you can purify enormous negativities or negative karmas. And then because one is putting a lot of hardships through body, speech, and mind, one also feels that one have done one did something. On other hand, then, because one is doing this unequal deities practice, There's a lot of benefits one gain out of that. And then even if one is unable to do properly and purely, after completing the practice, one feel more relaxed and comfortable, isn't it? And if one is able to do purely and properly, would be much more comfortable and relaxed. So about the benefits of the Nyung Nay, it also explained underneath the text, and also maybe you have heard many times, so I do not need to explain them here. We thought maybe, he would like to give the oral transmission of the Nyung Nay Sadhana first. If you have received the oral transmission already, then I don't have to do it. Have you received that? So if you haven't received, then Krishna would like to give the oral transmission first. Krishna received this oral transmission from His Holiness Dalai Lama.
现在不然了，说他们这些这种的出现起来了，说比较这种大点。台湾这个情况下，大家关心那个人，把他人家那个这个什么的，朝鲜的话呢，可能我就是讲呢，我是非常的顶秀那个是那个那说，搞的顶桥啊，这么经了都这个桥啊，这些桥啊一些，什么的也准备那么明确什么的，就是什么这个，就是这个他们的资源那个。这就是突然到过来这突然的那个这推的话，情况的话呢，他们这方面他们发起的时候，应该他们。那这些同志就呢，说现在的我们我们有说现在把这出去分个什么同志，那差次我们我们说的我的说个要我这个呢，那个那个说的我们那个那么个的没那个说那个什么他们这，这什么什么到了小时到了我们那么就是叫话是让这个大家说大概多吧那什么那个。过了3节，他就在说那什么做不来说这生点我们这上班也成了什么，感觉你把这些话东西说进来那个这个生这种我甚至都写吧，连什么就连过什么出这种，叫什么说吧呢？他就说可能他全都出来都大概全说甚至都是那种什么到什么这种。今天的西江的非常年吧呢，他们那么整个2个，那么这些情况呢，我应该都把它叫，所以那个那个。往这我今天查从真的讲真的可能都是能对的，所以说就等把人别学的面对那个别解决些那种我们什么当然的话知道他们做法那么现在什么这种其实我做法吧反正嘛这些把它中文那个呢我等我这些那边针对小把的说一样就是把他们这到了工作那边工作我大家都不能嘛什么我这就不把他们说把工作不用都被搞的那么这这给真的东西要不然能把它这边那个能把那所以那个也挺的话就是那么就成就说所以说让他把这把这他们去就那个3年嘛这些把这什么他妈就知道这不会那么是不是完了多少就我都把就是让他把老了就我的那种就是说吧说把他弄到人个觉得等把特别人的搞那说搞天那特别弄些就是说些就马来西亚的保险就是那个各种设定的时候，我就听这个什么说把它说吧，我你那个东西，就是那个外星到就是东西，很多的你像这个吧，都能把它把这个把说你平时么那行嘛，做些么那，而且这家们吧，我觉得们我你等到成什么的，成什么的这些嘛，那中间的什么。其他这种大多年说就老说没其他听说就老说把那个中那什么说写。前就来说，连这个家务活来说，什么来说那个家务感谢啦，什么的，那种那面针对，俺这当然你这个这得成绩对你们什么什么学什么我们那个什么这里就把你这个东西冲着咱把中，现在连准了当地人也当3万的，查这吧6不把那叫什么当完了，说这吧现在说那不是什么学生查这吧是不是？像这种这各种我就把它写当年人们公说这些是吧？新闻晓得那个各种什么从把那个说从民众那说怎么这边那个你看，人家说这买家一些人我们这人在那说怎么人家给人家说吧，现在吧这种啊这也真的那是就来给他走吧，穷人家给他走吧那说说完的了就是这么写看一下，你就给他走那说你把那穷人要是写说写那说写穷的，非常写怎么写的，到那说穷嘛没把那个。最后说的你从走了起码呢，最终是他的什么那个什么方面是那个什么大概就是说就把那去动了，跟人家这些爸爸，所以说嘛，基本上非常写的吧，分把那分那个从阶级人看起来这种的，这种人吧，有他们人那这个把那些那种提这个底线分嘛，这种信息分把他们说那个搞吧，这个那就平时说这个现在都什么在那个这把那个一般的来说，我们这老说把那个把那个这个挺说把那话说就挺不白那的，为什么那就是听。等把他现在说的我呢，说这种主管的那种就的呢，这个等全部都把那个帮忙提点起。后来也当然起码来说，起码你们原来学我嘛，当然这那说的这样等这样说的不用动。我对嘛，应该开始应该接的那个就把这个那个把那这种好吧，有等他们年轻对这个应该就把这个什么这种。应该知道说他在长久去什么的这个人怎么去变，那就把那个那个，你那结果当天那个我把那东西那个你把这事我怎么那个什么什么话就，面多说的今年丰收那边过年也成， Sheba to the Champion. The one of them, the matter, couple of years ago, but I'm doing you know. When you turn out of the way, not just from the parent, or a silver phone go, the mighty. And as you were around, Never does a good community, but don't want to make a lot for 1 day, carry you, not a open up, I don't know, I can do it. 你会去的三八千八送了说完了，就是正常的这个都是那个这个想着挣钱吧，怎么说这个问题就是什么呢？我就跟他说，我跟他说，我写字，长久把原来的人对我写完了之后，我跟他说完了，想着那说完了之后，这完了就把那看见的，我那我那这样，我去那个很多东西什么说完的，就是做不那个。那时候干爹的，我上年有些年那时候现在公司不是什么的，那个什么什么说完的。主要去年感觉都知道，如果那个网上一些小那个，我现在去年在这里干嘛？真的是我说完的，我是完了之后，你去帮人那个去我们去那干嘛来？说了完了之后，就那个完了，说完了这个年纪了，那什么那啥，辛苦了。原来就是那个什么东西，有时候我说你要主要是什么你学的干嘛？这个肯定干嘛？那个东西，生活主要是说现在他查到我就当那东西，就是那个什么。现在的参加每个同学回去跟那个那你跟他说我回来说那个现在给他们那些那个你们那个说话听我们那个人家给这个土地全部不行不就300百万的到我们些我就那个那咱们那个这种我就跟就我们中国想说的我们我那真的没这地方能见到的我那学的是学习的都我们那学的我们我们这个我们这个我们有的时候参加的很多都不学习能送反正他们前两年在当年学郑州的心结堂对什么这个这个不是这个今年拉马跑这种是这些全部老多人那个包括全分嘛做的你那个讲的嘛咱们那学把它学了学吧上不能最近做他们的差的呢现在对我的人我能做到那个人我们送了车人能够这么能够带我就是我来送就把这类上车的人现在我到去了那么那个手了没到你这边说吧的我就想把这个当把人就是天说都我想这个来那个很多人给人说了新疆那个对接本身嘛这个东西我新疆那个角度这个这个啥路平衡相当对人这种人群这种东西以前为了差不了从参加关节劳动啊人这他妈不是吧这个这个东西现在手完了嘛差不了本本那都是学完就还是这个那什么或者这嘛多人去了这种这个同样差不多同样多吧多吧同样差不多或者跑去挺久的差不多同样有的嘛也当然是有同样多人同样反正是那个东西他们讲话的东西我觉得他们这个可能讲的那种起码人家他或者讲就是觉得人家说讲什么呢讲或者参加就是现在的差话的那种是他们这个差才是对让学把每年讲的现在学把简单的人那个这种学把那么能学把的就是上半年学把他们能见那种看个讲学的多半的分化大那我讲应该说那个看高了专业水平我觉得都区别不完真正的这种如果现在那个主观的情况我当然都写在那写的所以他们也是还没有对吧就是我买东西说把这我是吧他们那说是那个人把那个这个是吧这帮都全部那个什么那个你这边说就那个方面的难对怎么样那个现在那个这个差价当然你不是说你那个国家或者像什么你就老是学的讲的这种就是你老是说差价这种我们就晓得那个政府当然就是就慢慢推当些就是那个说那嘛新的那个或者我们说去这边那个人家里消费引导呢然后我到那个甚至他们这些讲完这些或者什么这个比如说这地方的这种的这种不懂这种 근데 중요해요. 특히가 ngama 바른 적 치워티 진리가 좀 돼서 유난히 야초는 매나 근데 다 초가 소리면 용 말했어.
Isla says that, he have given an extensive commentary on Nyung Nay in Kopan in the past. Maybe you try to get the tape and maybe listen to it. But this time we wouldn't have time enough to go into detail about the commentaries here. So we'll just explain briefly about how to perform the actual Nyung Nay ritual rites.
다 이내인데 지당가 담이고 자침만 마시네. 초가 하자면 어떤 거랬어.
So in this case, even if one is unable to do the entire visualization and so on, but it's very important to have the complete recitations and the ritual performances.
다 나한 저다 치 자원 일이 나는 포인데 자주 소원인다 치 자원을 하려고 그랬어.
So in the practice of this case, then within the two, like inner yoga and external activities, in this case, this is the action tantra. The external activities is more important than the inner yoga.
나중에 저거 동안에 정말 다시 가수로 다 도시부터 공안터 받았잖아. 도시 그거랬어.
So actually to do the Nyung Nay practice, then if possible, one must have received the initiations of the Thousand-Armed Chenrezig or the jhanas of the Thousand-Armed Chenrezig. But then even if one haven't received these things, and if one has received the initiations of the upper tantras, it's also adequate.
So
accordance with this sadhana, it is said that if one is starting first Nyung Nay, one's very first Nyung Nay, then should begin from the Sakadawa, from the full moon of the 4th month. So this is the information they have given here, but even if one is unable to do that, then one can start any of the good days or the auspicious days. It's okay. So, especially when you do the Nyung Nay, then the same like the church, the place where one is going to perform the Nyung Nay should be very clean and very, very, very well prepared. So how to set up, how to clean the place and so on. Since you have received the teachings from Lamrim, maybe we don't have to go through here again. No, so especially, since we have to invite, all of the Shura, including the deities of the mandala, in that place, so you have to have a very clean environment, very clean place. And then followed by you set up the altar. If you have the image or the thanga of the all of the Shura, then you put on the altar, place on the altar. And if you have mandala house, then you put also mandala house. Then you decorate the mandala house with the canopies. If you have canopies and banners, then you decorate the mandala house with that. So if possible, then when one is doing the sadhana, then one should be facing, if possible, should be facing towards the western direction. And if one cannot do that, then at least imagining that one is facing towards the western direction. So for the mandala, then there are varieties: the sand mandala and the drawn mandala, and also at least in the short, then you can also use the 8 lotus petal mandala. So it is said that in the mandala, then you can set up the offerings accordance or the equal to the number of deities that you have in the mandala. There's no more than 6 deities in the mandala. So usually it is said that offering to the 4 doorways. So at each doorway of the mandala, you set up the 4 offerings, 4 sets of offerings. So the container in which you set the offering, if possible, should be made out of copper or silver or gold. You cannot use other substances, unlike the water balls made out of other substance. Definitely, you have to have the copper. If not the silver, then definitely you have to have copper ball. All the balls and all the plates where you put dharma, all this should be made out of copper. So it is said that when you bless the offerings, it is more powerful. It is said it's more powerful if you place in the copper. So therefore, wherever they do newness, they place all the offerings, at least in the copper bowl. So then you have to make 3 thomas. In the central is the main deity, representing the main deity, the big one, and then the same shape at the 2 sides, one at the right and one at the left. One is for the landlord, and the one is the preliminary Dharma offering, like two sets. So all are same shape but different sizes, having 4 lotus petal decorated. So maybe in here, maybe difficult to make this Thomas so gigantic decorated, but in the place where Geshe Lama did Muni before then, where they made very big Thomas with the decorated 9 labels of the butter, the round thing decorated on top, and very huge one, like very well decorated. But Geshe Lama, we did in Hong Kong, we made that way in Hong Kong when we did the Nyung Nay. But even if one is unable to do that in that form and that shape, then you can normally then you can just make the Toma like when you do the Tara Puja, the 3 kind of similar Toma, a little bit bigger, a little bit higher than that, and make 3 Tomas. And then the offerings are like at the 4 doorways, you have 4 sets of offerings, and then you have 3 sets of offering. One set of offering to the married field, 1 set of offering to the front generation deity, and 1 set of offering to the sub-generation deity. So like if one is doing Nyung Nay by oneself alone in one's room, since there's not much space, then you can just have a small altar, and as a mandala, then you can just have a little piece of kata or white cloth hanging around. Just make a shape of 10, and then just place there. the small mandalas.
다 줘봐야 다 지금 그래서 다 중간에 숨 만다야는 얘기가 가서 무슨 때문에 소주고 있나?
And then, like, if one is doing oneself alone, then also the set of offering, if possible, you can set 3 sets of offering. If not, 2 is adequate, but you can, often add them. And then you maybe set 2 sets, and then often you can, add fresh offerings on top of them. And then in one day you have to complete 3 sessions, the recitation of the sadhana 3 times. So every session, you have to change the water offerings. Okay? At the beginning of every session, beginning of every session, then you have to replace the water. And also you have to replace the food offering.
And
although you have set up all these 3 big thomas in front of the mandala, but as a replacement daily, then you can make 9 little thomas in each day, and you can add on with the thoma at the bottom. Every session you add 3 thomas, 1 thoma in each. So you need 9 thomas totally in one day. To add. So, say suppose if one is doing oneself alone or 1 or 2 person together, then maybe you cannot have all these arrangements. So you can just maybe add a little bit on that. Not having actual thoma offerings, the additional 9 thomas, but you can just add a little bit, some sort of foods. And at night, at the end of the last session that day, then you change all the sets of offerings, including the grains and flowers. All these offerings you have to change completely, and then start freshly from next morning again. So since this is this practice is mainly focusing on the external activities or the external performances, so you shouldn't be going in easy way. You should be performing the right order of the offerings and the external activities. So, it is said that you have 2 vases, the action vase and then the other vase. So, the other vase, it is said that you place in front of you, but if it is difficult in front of you, then you can place right side of you, the fumba, the vase. And then you place that vase on the 8th lotus petal, 8 drawn lotus petal, and then inside you put this substance vase, which is made out of 25 substances. And then on top of that, then you on the neck, then you decorate with the white cloth or the kata having 3 knots aside, and then on top, then you have the leaves of the tree for like sprinkling the water. So like if it's said, suppose you're doing from tomorrow, then like today you arrange all these offerings, all the sets, and then next morning, early morning, you will start the new day, the practice. So you take the precepts, the minor ordinations. So then in the morning when you go for or the actual session, or to receive the ordination, then the moment you enter from there, then you generate the motivation. You develop the motivation that you are entering into the actual mandala or actual celestial mansion of Avalokiteshvara, and you having the direct vision of the actual Avalokiteshvara.
If
possible, it is very good if you can arise in the form of Avalokiteshvara, one face, two arm. So if one has received the ordination formally from the one's guru, then one can just take from the from the object of from the married field or from the object of refuge. And then once you enter into the hall or into the room where you're going to perform this practice, then with the recitation of this refuge like prostration mantra, Om Namo Manjushire Namo Sushire, then you make 3 prostrations. So at this time, you have to do more prostration. You bring the you bring the lineage Lama prayers, from the sadhana, and you have to do more prostration also to the lineage Lamas, followed by that. So this prayer you can find in the link of the prostration. So you have to bring from there. Yes, me. Yes, me. 근데 당신 뒤로 도전을 보셨으니까 라만은 나 차도록 직세. 저는 라면권은 도저건 대제다가 사는 누구래? 라면권이 도저건 대제다가 처음에 상점이 주는 라면권을 차도. 라면 손은 상대양 감에서 못이라 라면 손에서 라면 손은 내가 그래서 남아 손을 내면 라면 토로 차도록 생각. 저는 조선 도도에 Good. No. Do it. 라면 꽂는 도시 무슨 도와? No. 대시 따라 처음에 라면 꽂아서 라면 손에 담배 내면서 못이다다 라면 돈도 대중 떨어져 봐 지금 그래서 시세요 밤을 차고 차단 걸려 기도 기도는 전동 가봐서 좀 받지라서 차고 내가 좀 말라 할 거리는 기별라만 나가 차차로 대바도 이게 주변 걸려 야래 버렸어. So from the verses from the beginning, the prostration from here up to here, then you have to do. Sorry, from the first on the page 9. On the page 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 verses you have to take. Followed by that prostration. The initial prostration. So before my ordination, you have to do prostration with the recitation of these prayers. Completing the prostrations to the lineage Lama, the last verse, then whoever is performing the activities during the practice, then he distributes the water from the small bars, then distribute the water a little bit to everyone. Then having distributed the water, then and you have to recite the prayers of the offering, the prayers to bed offering, prayer of the bed offering.
그렇단 말은 하는 디엔다고 꾸디스 선배만 하도 사마야선 이제차 미숨시 가지고 장 거였어.
And having recited, then you have to recite a few times. And with the recitation of 100-syllable mantra a few times, in this case you use Pema Sato Samaya, and then you sprinkle water, right side, left side, and like that. So since the first day, you're allowed to drink the water, so you can drink that 3 times. You can take the water 3 times. So then, having completed the recitation of the 100-syllable mantra, then you have to perform the mudra of the lotus lineage. Reciting the mantra Om Pema Ubhava Soha, perform the mudra at your heart level. So if one doesn't do that, then that incompletes also one of the ritual performances. And the tree you can arrange is 7 to 1 of the tree, and the one that saw you on the Sand and the other and the Kazota. The Hamatu and the Kokamala so Hamatu to Manama tree sugar. Tree sugar and the Vasibus and the tree in the Shatama. So when you take the water and you recite the bait offering at that time, then you emanate the offering goddesses from your heart, and then holding the complete white and pure cloth, and then invite all the initiation deities and the lineage deities and all the deities, and then making that offering to them. So, in the Nyung tradition also there's a practice known as the 12 suchnesses, practice of the 12 point of suchnesses. So, the cleaning or the washing, before entering into hall is not sufficient. So once you enter into the actual hall or actual place where you're going to perform Nyung Nay retreat, there, then you have to take the water and again have to clean or bathe. And followed by then you do the performance. You definitely have to do this mudra Om Pema Ubhava. So if you incomplete that means you're incompleting one of the ritual practices. And then followed by is the offering of one's own body. The next thing you're reciting the mantra, you make a prostration towards the Buddha's and of 10 direction. So it's on the page 1. Okay? So this one. So it's on the page 1, the Om Sarvata on the prostration line there. So with the recitation of this